All right, so we moved into the house. Let's do a quick test. Corey?
This is a test.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Craig?
Of the emergency broadcast system.
Perfect. We're going to start right there. I love it. It's already funny, so let's keep going. Everyone, thank you for listening to Garage Night. Garage Night has now moved into the house. In the house. We're in the house today. We've been working on the garage, so we may be back in the podcast room at some point. Some plans have kind of fallen through, or been on pause, I should say. But right now we're living La Vida Loca in the casa, in mi casa, with Craig and Corey. This is a multi-language podcast now. Yeah.
Buena ono.
Perfect. And see.
Front news. Ha.
Excellent. We're just going overseas too. I love this. Anything else you guys want to kind of possibly throw out from other countries?
Donde está la biblioteca?
Perfect. And?
Das ist nicht so gut.
All right.
Did you say something about Nixon?
This is getting really...
That was weird.
All right. So, Cole Street's no more. So, RIP, pour one out for Cole Street. So, I'm not going to go to Bordeaux Wine Bar. So far, we're 3 for 4 on businesses. So
Craig's making the mistake of not killing the podcast. But hitting business.
Also, Mazalon and Ian Claude go say hi to Andy. Was there with Spencer and Mike Colville and a few others. It was a great night. Mike Martinez, Mike on the mic. I'm dropping names right now just for people to go like, I don't remember those people, but it's been a while since seeing some of those guys, and it was great to see. And then we also shout out to Dan Coote Snyder, who's also DoorDashing a little bit. Has been sending me messages, and I also have a referral. Do you want to get into it with your new vehicle?
My referral?
I got a referral for DoorDashing if you want to make some money.
Do I have to DoorDash?
Yeah.
Oh, then no.
Okay. I thought with your new car. But anyway, we got Oh Chef Country Kitchen. Shout out Dan, the man. Pick up a Bentley special. And anyway. All right, we got Garage Night in the house. Garage Night in the house?
Yeah, we already said
House Night?
We already said
We
already said Happy New Year.
Would Lee start listening if we changed this to House Night?
No.
He probably still wouldn't. We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Yeah, I already said Happy New Year.
And then we got Corey Bentley on the mic.
I believe I said Happy New Year, but I could have been wrong.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great week. So we've got some Skarey Skelleys this episode. We're revisiting the predictions that we had for our NFL teams as well. Have you guys listened?
I feel like I'm closer than anybody else.
I think you are, actually. I left the notebook at my desk, so I need to go get that. And we also have, just to catch up and stuff like that.
Before I forget, I have a message for you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to forget this. It comes from one of your Patreons.
Oh, okay.
Because you told everybody.
We still have Patreons?
You told everybody to cancel. So I really got this message from one of them. It said, if Garage Night has 1 million Patreons, I am one of them. If Garage Night has 10 Patreons, I am one of them. If Garage Night has 1 Patreon, that is me. And if Garage Night has no Patreons, it means I'm no longer on this earth. From Jackson.
Wow. The funny thing, that's so poetic and lovely. That was good. I kind of want that to be sung. Actually, you know what? I want that to be engraved and put on our wall. I will put that on the wall if someone embroiders that and puts that together. Thank you, Jackson. We are in solidarity. I'm glad. Hopefully, life is treating you well, and you have a happy new year and a happy life and a happy wife.
He's already planning for the next year's draft of Craig's League.
Cool.
He's planning about flying there from Florida. He's in person. He's excited. So
this is kind of what I'm thinking though.
Oh, because and I have somebody else for your league too.
Because we've gotten to know him a little bit. I honestly think he wasn't very happy with me after the last episode.
Oh, really?
Because I said how I knocked him out of the league, and then I apologized, gave him a call out.
Yeah.
I don't think he was real happy about it. So I think him being a Patreon, in his mind, he's just proving that this stupid show keeps going.
Oh, so I
think he's doing it.
He's sticking it to you.
Sticking it to me.
Smart.
I don't think he likes the show at all. But I think he wants me to have to keep doing this.
He just throws it on and turns the volume down all the way, but just so he gets some downloads and
Yeah.
You would like his name in his league. You know what he named his team?
What's that?
Surveying is not real.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, after he was out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, that's good. Well, we got a Skarey Skelley. Jared Skelley Patreon still. He's probably not listening because he's still got a subscription as well. And by the way, if you're listening and you want to keep subscribing, just like Jackson, go for it. I'm okay with that.
Come on the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Take my place.
I'm still keeping this thing going. I'm still keeping this thing going. I've got it's been revived in my heart. I just had the guilt, and I need to talk to a few of the Patreons that have been giving, and it was nice to hear from Jackson that he's still a part of it. Others were like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm glad that you said something because this was draining my bank account on a monthly basis, and I hated you for it." Now, no one actually said that, but by them canceling, that's what I feel. I feel they say we hate you for it, but now we're cool with it. Right?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
That makes sense to me.
So I didn't read all of what he had sent. So I'm reading it for the first time only because it popped up on my phone in the first few sentences from Jared Skelley, Skarey Skelley sends us questions. In fact, he hit me up a few weeks ago saying, "Hey, when you guys are recording again? Because I want to talk to you. I want you to read some things." So anyway, so here we go. The first part. I saw it pop up on my phone. I said, "This is gold." It may not be gold. I don't know, but I'm gonna read this. We're gonna read this together. Okay. To Travis and the brothers Bentley.
To Travis and the brothers Bentley.
Did you already? What?
Oh, I thought we were reading it together.
We're gonna read. I'm gonna read this aloud, and you can listen to it.
I was looking forward to every.
First off, congratulations on on another year of providing entertainment to all your listeners. So obviously he's not listening. To Craig, thanks to you and Carrie for hosting the Christmas Eve waffle breakfast. You son of a... Oh, my boys... You kids go to this thing? Kids go to this freaking waffle. I'm so pissed off right now. This is I should have read this so I could be mad and omit this part, but no. My boys really enjoyed it, as did I. To Craig, thanks for all your support going into the championship game. Really, quotations, really meant a lot. Expound while I pause the reading.
So, I believe what he's referring to is that he made the championship game, and I'm sure we'll get into it more. It was against Corey. Corey hasn't won a championship for a long time. Jared's won enough. And I think he assumed that everybody would root for Corey. Like he was going to be this lone wolf that he likes being and all this stuff. So I proceeded to root ecstatically for him the entire week.
I get it. You kind of like a little neener. Oh no, really? I'm rooting for you the most.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
There was a few that did that.
Great troll.
I talked to some people.
Yeah.
You rallied around. Now, were you in on it? Did you understand what was going
about
on?
it, yeah.
So did it affect you? Did it bother you a little bit? Did you take
No,
it?
I wouldn't care either way.
Not even a little bit. Not a twinge.
No.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
That was it.
Okay. So it really meant a lot. What was the outcome? Do we?
The outcome of the game?
Yeah. Who won?
Yeah, he lost.
Oh, so he really, really meant a lot. Hey, up top.
20 years.
Proud of you.
I won the first championship and the 20th.
And you went and bought yourself a Jeep.
I was like, you know what?
Were you on the field? You were on the field. You kicked the field goal, 35-yard field goal yourself.
I'm going to treat myself.
All right. To Corey, congratulations on your championship. Sorry my team didn't show up like yours did.
It was one of the most lopsided championship games.
Who underperformed for him or who overperformed for you?
I started the week with Burrow and Higgins.
Okay, there you go. Wait. Week 17.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a 1
three
week
touchdowns to Higgins.
It's a 1 week championship?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you guys got to change that.
No.
Why?
Week 16 is in 17. That's gold.
We got stuff go on.
16,
We got
there's
15,
playoffs still.
16, and 17 is all playoffs.
Even with an extra, I feel like you guys should have kept it as is, especially when they added in one more game.
That's when they added the wild card week. You got
in
voted on.
20 years.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
We have the wild card
In
week
20
instead.
years, we have never had a 2-week championship.
There's a 2-week ass bowl.
Has anyone brought that up? Like voted on it, and it just gets voted down, or is everyone just completely cool
I
with
don't
a
think
1
that
week?
it's ever been voted.
We talked about it when the extra week came, but it was decided to do the wild card round instead.
Got it.
So an extra person makes the playoffs that way.
Okay. All right. Questions. It's got the Skarey Skelley's questions. Lots, probably, I'm guessing, of fantasy football. So the females out there, go ahead and just skip ahead if you
What does
want.
that mean? There's plenty of championship caliber female fans.
There are. My wife is. I know this is your first time on a podcast, but if you wanted to speak into that microphone, that would.
I enjoy where I am.
Hey, do you want to know? I'm going to do this one time. I'm just going to do one shout out, and then I'm going to let it go because I have to listen to it for a year. Guess who won my league?
I'm going to say the young Con.
No, Carrie. Oh. She beat Corey in the championship.
You had wait.
So
I
I made both championship games back-to-back years.
Why are you in both of them?
I've been in both of them forever.
We have a couple.
Can I get in one of these, please?
We have a couple people.
The waffle bowl? Can I get into the Bentley waffle bowl? There's so many college football games that are bowls. Can we get one where I'm in it, please? I am so mad. Keep going.
No, I was just doing that. I'm giving her a shout out. But you said Corey was bringing up that there's a lot of female people that are good. Her Josh Allen took her to the championship, and she won
I
the
played
championship.
Josh Allen in both of them, but he didn't start Josh Allen.
Because he was afraid of because it's questionable.
Well, I think it's because he was already down by enough. He needed to take a Hail Mary, which he was smart in doing it.
Yeah. He started Jaden.
Oh, okay. Got it. But Jaden played before them.
No,
Buffalo
Jaden played Sunday night.
first.
Oh, I see. Smart.
It was a smart move.
Yeah, I do get it. Questions. Keeper question. Brock Bowers or Jaden Daniels. Both would cost a 10th round pick next year.
Yeah, he's gonna have an issue with that.
Who does he already have as a QB?
Well, he
wouldn't
doesn't.
He wouldn't have anybody.
He wouldn't have anybody.
Oh, it's just is this
You get two keepers.
You get a keeper and you get a rookie.
A rookie keeper, that's
but
right.
you can't keep two rookies.
right? So, but what I'm saying is like, could he keep his QB?
No, they have to be in the league less than 4 years.
He can't keep Allen.
Yeah, he has Allen as his other quarterback.
Oh, okay.
So I made a comment in our group chain the other day because him and Garrett, I think they both have two rookies that are keepable. Like both his
Malik
rookies.
Neighbors and
I forget who Garrett.
Garrett has Worthy, I think.
Yeah, he has Worthy and somebody else.
Xavier. Okay.
But
Well, yeah, I see it.
Jared, I made a comment because that's a tough call because you have Daniels, who's probably going to go really high next year in the draft.
Yeah.
But because so many people overpay for tight ends, and Bowers did what he did this year, it would be hard not to keep him because he's probably going to be the first tight end taken next year, in my opinion.
It would be hard not to keep him, but it's the same thing Laporta did.
Correct.
And Laporta this year, like he wasn't bad this year, but it wasn't like
He was consistent, but not.
it didn't blow you out of the water
Right.
either. But
But you could say the same thing. You could say Daniels is going to have the same year as Stroud did this year.
yeah,
But I feel like tight ends get more looks from mediocre quarterbacks. So they had Aiden
Hence the
O'Connor.
Raiders.
Yes,
they're
exactly.
gonna have a rookie next year probably.
Right. And hey, who knows? Maybe Brock Bowers would be solid then. But
That's a tough call. I don't know what I would honestly do in his situation.
I would keep Jaden Daniels.
I would lean that way, but it's very tough.
Yeah. In the 10th round, Jaden Daniels, and that would free you up on, because you could get, like, what's Brock Bowers bringing in? He's probably bringing in anywhere between 12 to 18 points a game, and what would be like a normal tight end would be bringing in probably 8 to 14. But Jaden Daniels has had some, like, I had McLaurin. I got McLaurin. We have an auction draft for $5, and you have to keep someone. And if you keep anyone below $5, it goes to $10. So I would get McLaurin for $10. Your budget's $200. But I also have Derrick Henry for $43. I auctioned him for so. But most solid running backs go for like I think McCaffrey went for $82, and so I think Derrick Henry after this year is back in that top 3 running back conversation. So he would go for like $60. So I'd be getting
He's back in the top 3 pick conversation.
True. So I also have Lamar at 23, but I kind of overpaid for Lamar quarterback wise. Anyway, I would go Jaden Daniels still.
51-49, Jaden.
It just depends on who's throwing to him. We'll have to see some off-season moves.
He doesn't
moves.
get to. He has to do it by the Super Bowl.
Really? Is that true?
Yep. That's one of my rules.
Who's been screwed over the worst by that? Is there one that like someone ended up retiring or somebody ended up getting injured in
Craig Cape, Bryce Young last year.
I didn't have another rookie, so it only cost me a 10th round.
How fast did you drop him off your roster?
Week 2 or 3.
But did anyone get like I'm done?
There's been injuries before where the guy gets hurt during preseason. And
yeah.
That's part of the game.
That's part of the game. All right. Is tanking a problem in our league or any league? And then he has Craig, which is weird for me because he just got done talking about how, thanks for rooting for me. Also love the waffles and the kids enjoyed it. And now he's kind of throwing you under the bus on it.
So
did you tank?
I don't necessarily know the tank. My comment was the way our league works, top 5 go to a playoff, let's say. And then one of those people drop down. And then you have 4 in the consolation, right? Those 4 play the consolation 4 picks, 3 through 6.
To win a
higher seed. So the winner of the consolation bracket actually gets the number 3 seed overall.
3 pick.
But the loser of that would get the 6th pick overall. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I was on the border, 2 weeks left. I was on the border of I could still get that 5th spot, and I lost. Well, it just guaranteed that I was going to be in the consolation, or if I lost the last week, I'd end up in the ass bowl. Well, I didn't purposely do anything. I may not have started the best lineup, and my thought in my head, and it didn't backfire, it actually worked, but it could have backfired, was I'd rather go in the ass bowl, play Garrett, who hadn't even won a game this year, which is something completely different.
Did he win?
No.
Okay.
And then, but again,
Out of the league.
it would have backfired. And then my thing is if I win the ass bowl, I win first pick.
Okay.
So now I went into the ass bowl, kind of on purpose, kind of not.
Do you want to announce your pick now?
And I won, so now I have the first pick next year.
Who's your pick?
Well, assuming he doesn't get injured, it'll be Barkley.
You heard it here right now. He's taking Saquon Barkley.
So we already knew that, though.
But yeah, what Jared's saying is...
He started Monday Night People. He did his Monday night thing.
But he does that, though.
Yeah.
It'd be odd if he didn't. They'd be like, wait, you never do that. Then that would be considered, I'd say,
True.
tanking.
I mean, there would have been a chance if I would have started the absolute best lineup that I could have, which that doesn't happen all the time anyway. I could have won the last week. Whatever. I didn't.
Sue me.
Sue Mr. Monday Night.
Yeah. Sorry, they don't call me Mr. Monday Night for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was better than he used to do.
What would he used to do?
Like, every single spot was a Monday Night player.
And I couldn't do that because I didn't want to drop people that would have affected playoffs.
Right, because then people, they're live.
Yeah.
Is having the NFL have games on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday bad for fantasy and football fans in general? Corey?
I'm fine with it.
Craig?
I think it's bad for a football fan to watch it on that many, but for fantasy, I think it's better because it makes the smarter people.
Smart.
Yeah. I mean, it makes you think.
Yeah, strategize. And you try to figure out. To me, John Gruden. So I'm watching Barstool, but obviously John Gruden hates Thursday night football. Not enough time for he has said if you want optimum performance out of your, and he's like you got to give them several days rest. They can't go off of 3 to 4 days of rest, so they got to go. He said that sucks.
They're trying to do that more though. Like a lot of those Thursday,
They played
they
on
had a
Saturday.
they had a
or
Thursday
Friday.
game and played Saturday. Like they spread it out. It wasn't just like.
And I'll tell you
every
this,
team.
there were some crappy Thursday night games, but for the most part this season, the games I thought were better overall on Thursday nights than they have been in the past years.
Absolutely.
Besides like the Seahawks game
Dude,
and like
football
the
has-
Rams game.
Yeah, 6-3, stupid.
I feel like football's just been fun consistently every week. So I don't know. I can see your point. Christmas landed on a Wednesday, so it wasn't like there was a bunch of Wednesday games every obviously Thursday. And I do enjoy Saturday NFL games. And if they wanted to move Thursday to Saturday,
They can't.
They won't because then NCAA.
It's literally the only reason they could do it because of college football was off for those weeks.
but and Friday's high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, got it. Biggest lesson learned this year from fantasy football, and would be the thing you would tattoo on your hand so you don't forget it for the next year's draft. I'm going to answer one. You've got to keep it fun for everyone, even the people that are out of it. So I would say if you're a commissioner, tattoo on your hand, how can I keep people involved? Whether that's a weekly high score payout, because sometimes a dud team will go off and they're out of the playoffs, or perhaps have some people like the one that we did this year. I won it, which was great. Most points scored against, where it's just that there's that one dude, and I don't know if that would be Garrett or whoever, but like no matter what, there's a team that each week will go off on them and they consistently lose, and they may have a great team and high points. There was one season where I had the most highest points and the most highest points scored against, and I finished 8th. And it's just everyone's happened to go off against me. So, so I would keep it fun, commissioner. If you're a commissioner and starting it, make it fun for the people that are out of it. Maybe reduce some of the payouts to make that more accommodating, like a $20 highest kicker award or something like that. But keep it fun. For me, as a fantasy football owner, tattoo on my hand. I do this quite a bit, but I'll try to pick up. And I did it this year, and it seemed to work. I try to pick up a week in advance. If I know that someone's going to go on a bye, or maybe a defense that's going to come up and they may be free, but this week it doesn't look too good for them. But next week it looks really good for them. I'll grab that defense for the next week. Craig, you're a commissioner, is there any tattoo that you'd put?
If there was a tattoo I'd put after this season, it would be, it is possible to lose every game.
No fear. A no fear shirt that says it is possible to lose every game. The Garrett effect. Did people just go off on him, or did his team just suck?
Traded a lot away this year for next year.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he had a team that he shouldn't have lost every game.
Yeah.
It makes sense that he was in the ass bowl, but it doesn't make sense that he lost every game.
Like every pick next year is before the 6th round, I think. So he has a ton of picks next year. But I also get to name his team, so that's fun.
Yeah, have you kicked around any ideas?
I've kicked some ideas, yeah.
What would it be?
I'm not there to throw it out yet. I'll let you know. Though.
Still okay. Sounds good. Yeah. When does that have to be Super Bowl too? Like when
I
do you have to
usually
get that
announce it right after, somewhere in there, depending on who. Since it's me, I can do it quicker.
Do you do like an MVP honors or anything like that for your guys's? Do you guys do?
We do Coach of the Year, so he got all the trade money. So whoever takes first place in the regular season gets a belt and gets all the trade money. And
do you ever do like best sleeper pickup or best draft or worst draft?
It's so subjective.
Yeah.
That you can have the website tell you, but a lot of times the websites are
dude, I hate
ADP subjective.
Yes,
so we don't do it that way.
What about names? Can you change your team name throughout the year? or
have.
If you get,
Yeah.
So I do all.
It's fun.
I do all the graphics
Yeah.
for the big league.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it's pretty stuck unless you like contact me and let me know like, hey, I'm gonna do this, and it's like gonna be over half the season. Then I'll probably remake it for you, but not like for 3 games.
Because what we'll do in my family league with all my uncles is we will change it no matter what.
That's what Craig does in his.
It's so much fun because he gets creative. You can talk trash mid like game when you know that person's going to check the app to see what oh great, now he's rubbing it in my face that I benched this player, or it just helps. Is that what you do? What do you?
I typically I didn't do it as much this season. I'll put the name of the person I'm playing, so if I go pick up somebody, it'll look like they're picking up. Like what? Then I'll change. Like I'll make one uppercase or one lowercase.
That's too good. Thanks again to you all, and Happy New Year from Jared Skelley. Skelley, I'm going to be in Vegas next week, so we're not going to record, but please keep hitting us up with the Skarey Skelleys, because we're renewed for another year. Just got off the phone with Craig and Corey's agents, and
My agent is Craig.
I was not made aware of that by my agent.
You didn't tell me.
I thought this was a goodbye episode.
No.
2025.
I'm thinking about going.
What was the compensation package this time?
Here's what I was thinking about Garage Night. There is none, by the way.
My agent's fired.
But
yes.
but you guys have been solid with everything. Would you guys want to bring on more of your actual Garage Night buds? And would those guys want to be on?
We've
Some
tried.
of them.
We've got most of them on here.
Would they want to keep? They want to come back?
No.
They're all none. They're all done.
I think they're even less enthusiastic of using their time to come here.
Yeah, that's so that.
I mean, I'm being truthful.
That's true.
That's like
But
50% true.
But we need to get like in the loop with Seth.
Yeah.
We need to get
yeah.
we need to get some of those people back. We also need to get some of the listeners that we don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to sit here with somebody that I don't know and they tell a story and I'm like, that's cool.
Well, Holly Graff, I reached out to her and she said, I said, hey, gonna have the guys over. We're gonna do Garage Night. Hit us. And she goes, hit you. And then
It's a weird way to word it to her.
I said, hit us with questions. And she goes, she didn't respond. I said, okay, I guess I'll just make up questions from you. You forced my hand.
Be better if she said no.
She goes, I'll think of something. I'm trying to save lives right now. Also, the last thing I asked you guys to do, you never did. So what's the point, Travis? Now, she used my Christian name there, and I don't like that because that means that when a female uses your name, that's like, I'm in the doghouse. I didn't like that.
What other name would she use?
She wanted us to watch the Menendez brothers.
Well, she asked us to
Review it.
I reviewed it that day. If I remember right, I said they should be let go.
Yeah, true.
It
Did
was-
you watch it?
Well, I didn't need to watch it.
They're
watched-
brothers that murdered their family.
I
By the
did-
way, side note, watch your backs, Craig and Corey's parents.
Here's what I did. I did what Craig usually does for book reports, and I watched the trailer of it, and I got the gist. And they did it, but for good reason.
Does it count that
Yeah.
I watched most of the trial? I don't need the show.
Yeah, Holly, we're young. I mean, you're young. We're old. We were there. We lived it. We have the
What year was that?
we have like the Phoenix Suns
Gotta be
basketball player.
mid to late 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like 10.
yeah, we were there. That was us.
Late 90s, you weren't 10.
I was 85.
That was the
95,
Bennett-
That's
96.
14.
The Benetleys brothers.
Oh, that was OJ. I'm thinking of OJ. What year was OJ?
OJ was earlier, I believe.
Maybe they had the same white Bronco. Was that in the documentary? I mean, I saw it wasn't. I know it wasn't.
Obviously, they're not the same because they actually went to jail.
Yeah, because the glove fit.
So sorry, Holly, but it'd be great to have you ask us real questions next time. I do want to give a shout out to my daughter who told me about this game, and my brother did too, and it's addicting as heck. So if you're looking for a game that you can just sit on for hours and you're just wasting time, it's called like BalTro. It's it's like a poker-based game, but it's a single-player game. You're not playing against other people. You're not actually betting. But what you're doing is you're just trying to make hands strategically, and you have like these wild cards that will boost this. Anyway, it is absolutely incredibly addictive.
Yeah, I created that game.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just to get your info.
That's cool.
Is
Is that where you got the G?
You got all your info now.
Is that where you got? For every other thing I say, ask app not to track, except for this one.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, shout out. It's such a fun game. Try it out. Corey, you went recently to a Colts game.
I did.
Tell us about it.
I flew to Denver and went to a Colts game.
Nice. Okay. And Craig?
I did not fly to Denver.
The stadium was awesome. The people were amazing. They were super nice people there.
Mile High Stadium. Did you feel the breath a little differently? Did you breathe?
Yeah, like walking around. Like we walked a couple of places, and I'm like, why am I winded right now? So you could definitely tell.
Oh, I got a question.
difference.
I got a question for you. What along
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
So at the stadium, do they have purple seats? Yeah, at the stadium.
Purple seats?
The reason I ask is
I don't remember seeing
a
purple
different color. Because at Coors Field, they have purple seats right at the 5280 elevation.
I didn't notice.
I was just curious.
Because we were down. I was down on the 100 level. I didn't really look behind me.
Yeah, it probably would have been higher.
Craig's just trying to contribute and brag that he's
No,
been...
I'm just asking if they did it.
I tried to get close enough to see Peyton, and I didn't. So.
Was he there?
He was.
Was it just nice knowing that you were in the same building as him? Was that kind of cool?
It felt okay. Not as much as getting a hug or anything, but.
Did the Colts win that game, or did they lose?
No, they decided just to lose and
That's the Jonathan Taylor
to
game.
fumble before they get in the end zone. Oh. Even the visitor section of that stadium was all Broncos fans, so that was fun.
Were you in Colts gear?
Yeah.
And did anyone give you crap?
No, there was a couple of drunk guys up before, and all they did was just they stood up the entire game. Like there was 2 rows in front of us.
Yeah.
They just did not sit down the entire game.
So you just had to keep standing?
Yeah.
And you were there for how long in Denver, in the Mile High City?
Flew in Saturday and flew back Monday.
And did you go to any restaurants or breweries or walk around?
Yeah, we went to this video game bar.
Yeah, okay.
It was downtown across from where the Rockies play, and it was super cool. You go in there and you play pinball and do that stuff. That was fun. Uber did this like fancy steakhouse called Sim's Steakhouse. Like,
Time out. Uber did what?
we Ubered to
Oh,
Sim's.
I think okay.
It was kind of off the path. Amazing.
Good,
like,
good stuff.
Super fancy, amazing. Yeah, really good. So we did that. And then what was the other one you said?
Did you brewery? Did you go?
We didn't really go much breweries. We kind of walked around everywhere downtown. There's an amazing like breakfast place we found, only because people were standing in line. So we just stopped and
so you're like, this is.
we
gotta
stopped
be good.
and asked them, and I was like, "Is this like the place?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, this
strip
is
club."
Yeah. So we went. So we went in that and saw naked women.
We didn't eat anything.
It was right next to the hotel, so that was convenient.
Stay there the rest of the time.
But it was super nice area, super clean. Went into a weed shop in there, and it's super different than around here.
What was different?
It's like you go into the bottom, like the front of it is just like a storefront, and it was like all their merchandise, and then the guy checking your ID.
So like the merchandise, like they had like shirts and
t-shirts, hats, like the whole deal. It looked like a retail shop. And then he basically was on the phone. He's like, ID. And you show him. He's like, oh, good.
And it was like a speakeasy where
And
you
we're like,
walk
where do we
into-
go?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, elevator, 2-story, like floor 3,
okay.
like blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh, all right. So you get in the elevator, and it's completely plastered with the High Times magazine of all their
Oh, yeah,
covers. Like
yeah.
the entire elevator's got all the covers
Oh,
from it.
wow.
Then you get off, and you turn, and you still can't get in. You got to knock on the door.
Okay.
And then
They do a little
then
slide
they let
thing.
they let you in. It's super tiny. Like it's not like the weed
Just a
shop.
guy's closet.
It's almost like just like a closet run, kind of like straight, a little bit bigger. Super nice people, but it was real different than around here.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry,
It was cool though.
Working, by the way, recording in the house. We got a lot of traffic going with kids and dads and stuff. Now I saw you at Safeway, and you're like, "Hey, did you hear the story yet?" And I said, "No."
I told you that.
Yeah.
don't know why I would tell you that.
Do you want to tell the story here?
It was a good trip, bad ending. On the flight back, I got food poisoning.
Like on the flight?
On the flight. So I made it to SeaTac and got super sick. And then I got out of the bathroom. I thought I was fine. Got our bags. We had a car, like a private car service, come pick us up. And I made it to like Auburn. And it was coming the other direction. I was going to throw up. And I was like, you got to pull over, man. And he's like a mob guy.
Oh, really?
It was like a not Russian mob, but like, what's another like Russian area, like Latvia or something weird. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. He's like, what? He's okay. I got you. And all I remember is he started to pull into something, and it started throwing up. So I started to try to jump out of the car, and then I woke up on the ground. So I fell out of the car, puking, hit my head on the ground, and knocked myself unconscious. Oh. And then woke back up, puking. Yeah. And then I had road rash just down the side of my face from it. And the guy's just like looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know, man. And
sorry, I'm an alien.
So
this is first time on Earth.
So I cleaned myself up, got in the car, got back.
Were you with anyone at this?
Yeah, Katie was with me because we just flew back. Okay. They dropped us off, so I got in my car, drove home, took a shower because I felt like crap. Right. And then I still felt bad.
Were you like pounding water? Were you like trying to do anything to kind of like?
When I got home, I just took a straight shower. My head was still pounding.
Parents were home?
They were home, and they called him. And they're like, hey, take him to the hospital. And I'm like, I don't know. Usually I would fight it, but I didn't because I felt terrible, like bad. I thought I broke my neck because I couldn't move, and everything was just tight, and I couldn't move anything. So I was like, fine, I'll go. I ended up down there, and they thought I had a brain bleed because when I was there, they took me to a CT scan, and I passed out throwing up again. So I had to throw up, start in the bag, and then I passed out. Oh. And then I woke up laying over top of the gurney.
Whoa.
And the CT guy.
I thought you were dead?
The CT guy's staring at me, and I'm like, he's like, I got to clean this up. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it ain't my job. And I'm like, well, I don't work here.
So he was mad that he had to clean it up?
He was like joking.
Oh, I guess.
There was two of them in there. They were both joking about it. So they were checking to make sure I didn't have a brain bleed because I was still throwing up.
Yeah.
And after all the tests and everything, it was basically that I had really bad food poisoning, and I just knocked myself out, and they didn't even think I had a concussion or anything. I just thought it was part of it.
I just picture like a 1980s, 1990s like car chase scene where they're peeling out, and then the guy goes flying out of a car and does a roll. Dude. And it was you just like puking like a sprinkler.
I haven't passed out in a long time, and it was one of the weirdest experiences because the first one I don't remember, but when I passed out in the hospital, it was a dream to me. Like I was still puking in the bag, and I thought I was just filling the bag up. And then when I woke back up, the bag was on the ground and everything. Things were everywhere. Oh. So I thought I was still puking in my head. Like it was dreaming that.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and I had passed out, and that was weird.
Was he weird, Craig, when you were driving him? Did he seem off?
No, I mean, besides being, if you would have thought, I mean, I had realized that he told me the story as we're driving. So we had a conversation on our way to the hospital. So I thought maybe he'd been like had a concussion or something. That was about it. I mean, I wouldn't have thought anything
like that's
different.
all that's left. You see that?
Yeah.
That's it. Now. All the rash was up here, right. So they cleaned it up pretty well, and they basically said that because of my ears and everything, I couldn't move and do stuff, and they said basically everything just compressed so badly because I probably just ate it so hard that it just made me feel.
You're like that
way.
Dude, like 90 Day Fiance that's got like that bulky neck. That
it's like I scorpioned myself, and then I got his neck. So yeah, I mean, if I would have saw a video of it, it's funny now. Like at the time, I was like out of it.
Did how long were you laid up in the hospital?
Just that night. I went home that night.
And then did you immediately go back to work? Or did they be like, nah, you gotta take like 3 days off, bro?
So I told them I'd come back on a Thursday. That was Monday, and they ended up giving me till Saturday.
The doctor or your work?
Work.
Oh, really?
Doctor gave me till Thursday.
Wow.
And I went back Saturday, and I was so still out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It took till the next week till I was like normal.
Wow.
So luckily, I didn't go back on that Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night football.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to have a couple days to recover. That's exactly what I've been talking about.
It's the only reason I won a championship because I knocked myself silly. I didn't know what I was doing, and so then it actually helped me win.
I like it. And Craig, your big life update is that you are growing out that beard.
It's not a life update, it's just something different.
What are you doing? Like Duck Dynasty? Are you going all the way to November, no shave November, and then shaving it? Just
I don't know. We'll see. At some point, I'll probably.
Is there a bet? You guys have done this before, where you guys can't shave a mustache. Is there a bet going on? Your hair's come. What do you?
You got a haircut.
Wait. What's going on? Yeah, you did.
You didn't notice
No.
that? My hair was flowing so long
Yeah.
before.
So what happened? You guys switched roles. Like Corey, by the way, for good podcasting listening, Corey gave me a hey, hello look on his face, lifted his headphones, and then lifted his hat, and he's cut his hair. Corey used to have long hair.
Isn't there more there than you thought it was going to be? I thought there's more there than I thought.
Did
it was
you
gonna be.
lose some? A bet? Like, do I not know something?
No, I just new year, new me, man. New year, new
When
me.
did you do that?
Or 31st.
Or was that when they had to do the CT scan? Like, this guy's got way too much hair.
Actually, half the hair came off when I hit the cement.
It's after he got pulled out of line using his passport, he realized he needed to get a haircut.
Really?
Yeah, they put me on a list.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're like, are you being serious?
No.
This is the
I didn't use my
podcast?
passport. I don't have to yet.
Craig, why are you growing the beard out?
Something different.
Is there a bet? Is there a behind the scenes reason behind this?
There is not anything except for the fact that I have never just tried to let it grow.
And is Carrie cool with this?
Yeah.
Does she kind of like it?
I mean, she likes when I have facial hair, period, as opposed to being like completely shaved. So she doesn't have a problem.
I think it
with
looks good.
I think it looks.
Sculpting your face nicely.
It's starting to fill in more
Yeah.
than I.
Is it getting itchier?
I've always had like thinner spots, even when I do have a beard.
Yeah.
And this is actually starting to kind of take shape a little bit.
It's definitely filling out.
Yeah.
And are you wearing orange hats to kind of like the Tennessee hat or the is that Texas? I
no,
can't see.
it's Tennessee.
Are
I
you
wore it for Corey.
the hat?
It's Peyton Manning, baby.
Oh yeah. And what's in yours?
It's the only
Is
10 I see now.
that beard, especially
This is a Colorado hat.
Colorado.
That's what I got there.
That's
One
what
of
you
my
got there.
souvenirs.
They have a flag.
I got some socks and a hat.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not wearing them.
Oh, okay.
Some Coors beer socks. Coors beer there is delicious.
We got New Year's
Nice and fresh off the mountain.
We got any New Year's resolutions other than growing a beard out and cutting our hair?
I'm here, so it failed.
Okay, nice.
I'm not going to go on Amazon for a month because I spent too much time on Amazon for Christmas shopping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not going to go on there for.
Are you a thoughtful gift giver?
I do. I take too much time like trying to get the perfect what that person.
So you're a thoughtful gift giver.
Yeah.
Okay. Craig,
No, I'm not.
you're just like, here's a gift card. Have a great life.
Or nothing.
He got me a thoughtful gift.
Actually, we got you a thoughtful gift,
Yeah.
but I will say, Carrie saw it first, and we sat and figured out how to do it. But Carrie, I have to give Carrie some credit for that.
Nice.
I got popped.
Yeah. What? What's that? What's
you
that?
can, you know how you can pop yourself the figurines.
Oh yeah, I got
They pop me.
Madden got me a pop right there. Me and her together.
Yeah, I got a pop with me and my dog.
That's what I got
in
too.
a Colts shirt.
In a Seahawks shirt.
Yeah.
Brothers. Let's get awkward with it. Let's just
Are you just cut yourself? Are we blood brothers now? You weirdo.
I sucked that in. You would think I snuck that in, but I
sucks-
actually sucked that in.
Sucks for you. I got a lot of stuff in my blood.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm already feeling it. That weed shop must have been a good little trip.
It was pretty nice.
Nice. Well, hold on. We'll be right back. Go ahead and we've got the records for your guys' picks. So let's see.
The record for a football pick?
I'm pretty sure I was closer than anybody else.
I
feel
was
like.
probably pretty far away because
Although he might be pretty
terrible.
close for the Seahawks because everybody knew they were going to suck.
Yeah, Colts hopefully start firing some people.
Okay, listen. I didn't listen to the whole podcast because you guys showed up, but I just did the ones where you predicted your own team. Do you remember what you predicted for your own team?
I don't know. Was I like 9-8?
No.
Was I higher than that?
Yes.
10-7.
Yes. Okay. I was 10-7.
Did I do? I either would have did 13-4, 14-3.
You did 12-5.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
What was their actual?
well, they're not done yet.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but what are we at right now? For the listeners at home, I think we're 9-7 right now.
No, you're not.
I think we are.
You're gonna have 8 losses.
Yeah, it's
Rams have 8 losses, don't they?
No. Hold on. Standings. NFC. The Eagles, 13-3. They could be 13-4 and get closer.
They will be because they're not starting.
They're not starting anyone, yeah. Which is going to
too
screw the
that's too
Giants
bad.
over, which is great. I love that talking point.
like if
on
I'm
that.
Barkley, go.
Seahawks are 9-7. Seahawks, Rams are 10-6.
Oh,
And we play them this week, and if we would have beat them, we would have tied them. But the strength of schedule is what screwed us over last week, which is stupid.
Jimmy Garoppolo starting this week for the Rams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because the game doesn't matter.
The Colts are. Do you know their record?
8,
No,
7-7.
7.
they're 7-9.
They still had a chance. They would have won last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I took for my pick'em. I just pretty much chose everyone for the most part, mostly upsets, because I think everyone's going to rest their starters. Although, interestingly enough, for incentives, I'm going to bet the incentives, which I saw. Some of these players have contract incentives if they score so many points or they get so many touchdowns, or I guess that's the same thing, or yardage or receptions or whatever. Derrick Henry is like a little bit away from like a $500,000 rushing incentive. Mike Evans is
85.
2 touchdowns away from a $500,000 touchdown incentive. Baker Mayfield is 4 passing touchdowns away from incentive. Also, you've got Brock Bowers, who passed the rookie tight end, and I think he's actually passed all rookies, but Malik Neighbors is in like the top 4 right now too. And so
Doesn't Evan need like a certain amount of yards to have
Yes.
his like most consecutive 1,000
Yeah,
yard
that's-
season?
that's it, too.
They're gonna feed
he
him.
needs 1,000. He
Well,
needs like
but-
87 yards.
Yeah, they're
for
gonna
1,000.
feed him.
But those first ones you said, Derrick Henry, Mayfield, Evans, they still have to win. They're playing their starters.
Well, Henry doesn't. Oh,
Yes, he does.
Yeah, for home field advantage.
Well,
right.
no, he can. They still have to. They haven't won the division yet. The Pittsburgh can still win the division.
Yeah. Oh, so wait. But the Ravens aren't going to. They're still making the playoffs. It's just a seeding thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could go from 3 to like 7 in the AFC by losing.
Geno Smith, by the way, also needs like.
But that's like the highest spread of a game.
That's because Cleveland's horrible.
Because Cleveland's starting like
But what I'm saying is, you're going to have at least a half of starters playing up as hard as they can.
That's true.
They're gonna play.
Geno, he has an incentive if they win, if they make a playoff berth or 10 wins, he gets a.
Here it is. Bailey Zappi is playing Lamar Jackson, largest spread of the NFL season.
What was it? 17.5.
There was a 15 or 16, so it's got to be more than that.
Let's see here. It is.
The Jets had a 16-point spread a couple weeks ago against Buffalo, I think.
The Ravens are minus 2,800 on the money line.
Okay.
The spread is 19.5.
That's crazy. It's doable. It's definitely doable. The Browns aren't stopping too much. But anyway, I want to make my incentive bets. That's what I'm doing this week. Most of the NFL games, 10 a.m., and then after that, there's no more football until playoffs. There's no Sunday night game, no Monday night game. Monday
That's
night.
not true. There's Sunday night game.
No.
Yeah, Lions and
Did they
Packers.
did they just flex that because they had it all at 10 a.m.
No, Lions and Minnesota is the Sunday night game.
Maybe you're right. January 5th, 10 a.m. You're right. Wait, these all changed? Oh, maybe the app I was looking at. Oh, man, there's a bunch of afternoon games. I was going to DoorDash during that time. By the way, almost pooped my pants. DoorDashing the other day. I sent you guys a text on that. Thanks for the replies. You guys almost won the bet. I
didn't care that you
Seconds.
sent it to us because you wouldn't have sent it to us if you really would have. So by sending it to us, it meant you didn't. So I didn't read the rest of it.
I'm an honest man. If I crap my pants, I will tell you and I will do the bet. I'm an honest man.
I'm just saying I quit reading it. After.
Does it count if you have food poisoning? Because there was some times in the hospital a little bit got out.
Yeah, completely.
Sure.
The next thing I know, Craig's like, "Hey, come out to dinner with us. Come on, yeah, you're invited to the waffle. I feel so bad. I'm just eating just castor oil." Anyway,
That's the rule. Then if you're in the hospital, it doesn't count. Everywhere else does.
True. Okay, I'm cool with that. Doesn't happen. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Or food poisoning.
Food poisoning doesn't count.
Food poisoning doesn't count. All right, cool. I feel like there was a little bit of lost bet in the hospital going on.
What'd you guys do for New Year's?
Slept.
I broke in the new year.
He broke into somebody's house.
That sounds very intimidating and scary.
He watched Home Alone during Christmas and he got
Actually,
excited.
I celebrated. I celebrated when Australia did, and then didn't celebrate it when we did.
3 p.m. or what was it?
It would have been like 6 a.m. our time.
Are you serious? No, I don't believe you. What did you do?
No, serious. I was at work. I celebrated it.
Oh, you worked on New Year's Day?
No, New Year's Eve. 6 a.m. on New Year's Eve is when Australia celebrated.
Oh, okay. What did you do for real? What did you do for real?
Nothing.
You guys
I was at home.
Hung out at home?
Yeah.
You? Same?
Yeah, I went to bed.
I've never did anything. New Year's to me is a dumb thing to go out. I've never liked even when I was younger, I never went out and partied or did any of that stuff. I didn't care about going out on New Year's. I think people are stupid on New Year's. And it's like that one night that I know for a fact, if I went out and had a beer or something, I'd get pulled over. So I could care less about the night.
And Craig hates New Year's resolutions. They're stupid.
So how much more could you care less? Since you said you could care less,
Like
not much.
3/5.
The only thing I care less about is this show.
good one. Going to Vegas next week. Spur the moment thing.
Oh, like New Year, something different, huh?
Yeah, it is actually.
We don't usually go in January.
Well, that's true. And then hitting the desert the next the like end of January. What are your guys' big plans for vacation coming up
In 2025?
Yeah, what stadium are you going to go?
So penciled in is Toronto in April.
Got to get that passport.
I already got it.
Nice.
So that one's still a little bit less penciled. That's a real
Right.
good. But the one that's penciled pretty dark is end of July, early August, doing Minnesota, Milwaukee, and Chicago's.
You said that very Minnesotan and Chicago-y. Could you say where are you going?
Minnesota,
And where?
Minnesota.
and then Milwaukee,
Yeah,
and then Chicago.
Chicago.
Deep dish.
Yes. Is that a week-long trip?
Yeah,
Kids are out. No more. You're not
Can't take
coaching.
kids anywhere.
Life is good. No coaching. You got your weekends back. What are you doing with all this extra time now that you have?
He makes
Enjoying
origami.
it.
He makes origami.
I actually
things
am
down.
doing calligraphy now.
It's a both actually. He makes origami and then does calligraphy on the side of it as a design. It's pretty cool.
That's way cool, bro.
Yeah. He could sell them. They're that good.
What about? I did take off. What about you? What big plans this week
Did I have plans?
or this year? This year.
I live day by day.
Day by day. Day by. Okay, cool.
I don't have any plans.
Resolutions.
I didn't shop on Amazon. Remember?
Okay, resolution.
No,
Actually, you know what? I got a new one here. I'm gonna find somewhere to live.
Aim high. I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
sometime in 2025.
Sometime this year, I will not sleep on a twin bed.
Ooh.
How about that for a resolution?
I like that.
That's aiming low.
I had, I drank way too much this past weekend. And this is, Holly's a nurse, so she'll know. So I woke up, I drank like a half of Blanton's one night. Maybe that's not a lot for a lot of people, but it's a lot for me, I guess. The next morning I woke up and just my legs, just my thighs were on like fire. Not like I had ran a bunch, but they were just tingly and numb, and my feet were tingly and numb. And then that lasted for a few days. And so I ended up Googling it. And
It's always a good option.
well, I don't want to go to the doctor yet. Let's see if I can figure this thing out myself. And so it says that that's cardiovascular issues, and that those are precursors, not immediate, but precursors to a stroke down the road. If you've got poor
Circulate.
circulation in your legs.
That could also be the start of diabetes.
Exactly.
Or a blood clot.
That was it. Yes. All those three. Great news,
Look
by
at
the
that.
way.
We're not even Google, and we knew that.
Well, I didn't. But so I'm like, and I told Jamie, I'm like, I'm just waters the rest of the time. And then I'm staying away from carbs, and I've been eating salads, and I've been walking, and I've been trying to be a little more active. And it eventually went away. So I'm good now. No. So
back to the booze.
So what you're saying is, as long as you're not finished half a bottle of Blanton's,
like,
which by the way is pretty pricey.
it is, yeah. Jamie buys it for me. I got BLANTONS. I got all of them now. I just need the apostrophe, and then I can mail that off to them and get a mantelpiece made by them with all my corks.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
That's why.
Blanton's is good too.
It is.
I'm not. We've all talked about it on here about how I'm not a real big hard alcohol drinker. Bland's is smooth.
Yes.
And it actually tastes
Do
good.
they ask that question when you turn in? What have you had a stroke for? You're like, this mantelpiece right here.
Just holding it in the hospital bed. Bring me my Blanton's mantle. I earned it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm there, and then the funny freaking thing. Now, obviously, social media people are coming out like, "Oh yeah, we listen to you guys all the time."
Not us.
To this?
No, not this.
Yeah,
This phones listen to you. By the way, you finally decided to start talking into a microphone, Corey. I got to turn you down again.
I'll go back farther. Hold on. I'm back.
Okay. So anyway,
So yeah.
Craig's in there too, but
I'm gonna eat this microphone.
I saw a thing. Wabash is having it in March 10th. It's a Lifeline screening, $160. You can go in there, and they will they'll check things for stroke indicators. For $99 more, they'll do tests for lung cancer, type 2 diabetes, some other things that I'm like, yeah, I might as well just go do this.
Wouldn't your normal doctor just do that for you?
I don't have a doctor. I don't have a dentist.
Just go get one.
I don't know how.
You walk in.
At this point, I'm like that meme on.
Here's what you do. You go in.
I wait. I don't know. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
You walk into the doctor's office down there off to the right.
Yeah.
Going towards Auburn.
Yeah.
Just walk in there, and there's women at the front desk, and just go, "I need a doctor," and they'll give you one.
What if I just get food poisoning and hurl myself out of a car at 60 miles per hour, puking everywhere? I could probably.
You just go to the hospital then.
So do you
They don't assign you a
do
good
you just
doctor.
do like the
Google.
well, besides Google,
Google him.
if you
And
needed to
Holly.
if you needed to go somewhere for a doctor, where would you go?
So I was a part of Kaiser
That's group death.
a couple years ago. I'm not there. I'm no longer with them. That's when I got my hernia surgery. But when I went in there to get in October, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna set this up for end of December. You need to lose as much weight as possible." And they even checked my blood level. Like, you are close to type 2. How much? And they're like, let's find out how much you have to drink. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and I was like, at that point, I was 258 pounds. And
But they didn't even run a test. They just looked at you.
no, I'm just telling you where I was at right then. Like that was me.
I thought you walked in there like, you're close to type 2, and you're like, I didn't even.
Whoa.
You haven't even did anything yet.
I'm wearing 3 shirts over here.
Yeah, that's just rude, actually.
So he goes, all right, I'm going to ask you some questions. And I think I told the story. I'll tell you again. And he's like, how many nights a week do you drink? And I'm going to read them off to you. And you say yes or no. Do you drink more than one night a week? And I'm like, yeah, 1. Yep. And he goes, 2 nights. And I go, yep. And he goes, 3 nights. And I'm like, yep. And then I'm like thinking, but I don't drink 7, don't drink 6. Maybe I drink 5, but mostly drink 4. And so in my head, I'm like, I can't wait for him to say 4. That's kind of average, right in the middle. And he goes, so then you drink between 4 and 7 nights a week. And I'm like, no.
He's like, you're on that end now.
Yeah. So he goes, we're going to do some blood work. And I hate needles. I went in there for physicals and stuff like that back in high school. This one person couldn't find my vein. I was poked like 1,000 times. And so when I have a morbid fear of needles at this point. And so the person that was doing to take like 6 vials of my blood, he comes up and he's like, all right, so we're going to take some, I told him, I'm like, listen, I hate this. I don't do well with this. please, this is why I don't go to the doctor. Like, please, what can you do? And he's like, well, we're gonna make a vein, and so I made a vein. And he goes, and we're gonna use the needles that we use on babies so they don't hurt as bad. And so I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. He goes, by the way, I only have one of these left right now, so hopefully a shipment comes in.
Hopefully we don't have a baby later, you jerk.
I didn't care. I did not care at that point.
You know what I think your resolution is this year?
What?
We're going to get you a doctor. Let's get you a doctor this year.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do the Lifeline screen, but right now I want to I feel like I'm cramming for a test because I got like 2 months to get myself into shape, drink water.
That's not how doctors work.
That's not how the screening should work
No,
either.
because you're going to be...
It should be your normal, everyday life.
Yeah, you're going to get screened. They're going to be like, okay, and then you're going to be like, back to normal.
Well, I hopefully will adopt some habits at that point. But yeah, I need to get back. So anyway, when I lost all that weight because I couldn't drink anymore, and
that habit stuck.
Well, no, I didn't drink for like two and a half months.
That was his point.
Well, no, they didn't. I don't drink as much. Still, I don't drink as much until the other night. I was like, oh, I'm off for a week of work.
I need this mantelpiece, you son of a bitch.
just go get me the other bottle also. I need that apostrophe.
Where's that apostrophe? I got to do it before my 2 months are up.
So anyway, but yeah, so I dropped down about 240-ish, and then I got down to 235, and now I hover between 235 and 240 since then, and so but again, Tingly night, I think I weighed myself. I was at 243. You know, the holidays and they catch up to you. So, but anyway, I'm bringing it back down, working on it.
I'll bet you.
What do you want to do?
I don't care. Well, I'll bet you something. I'll motivate you.
Yeah.
I'm going to motivate you to do that and get a doctor.
Okay. Oh, we need to talk. Let's talk.
I thought we were this whole time, but that's fine.
About an hour in, we're talking.
Let's do shout outs. By the way, we've lost some Patreons. I'm down to 10 now, which is great.
Yeah.
But
Way to listen.
If you want, if you want to be a Patreon, please do.
So you just straight up lost them. They didn't even go to the free one.
Well, actually, you know what? Let me see free members.
Hey, what's the free point of it?
True.
Well, okay. One person who said, I said, become a free member. They just
for what?
They decided
My
just to
name's
go
still
get their
there.
payment declined, and then that's how they bailed. But I really wanted them to be a free member. And that hurts my feelings. By the way, I got to have Amanda Keating on here at some point too, because she's got a story for me. She sent me a very long.
How hard is it to start a Patreon that's just free?
Well, there's no point at that point. That's just get an email list put
But
together.
but if it just says Garage Night and it's separate from yours, and then we get more than yours.
Oh, dude, that would be hilarious. Kellen Hall, Adam Kenny Art, Holly Graff, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Jared Skelley, Skarey Skelley, Ben Illman, Jamie Kenny, Jackson Sidehook. Thank you very much, Jackson. If it's just one standing there, you're the man in the arena. Cameron Stratton, I love this guy. I want this guy. If there's one person, I mean, I like everyone else, but this is a business-related thing.
Did you get your tree?
I did not, because I felt bad. Because he spends so much money on me and the trees in the past like 5 years. And so, but if you do need to sell a house, buy a house, go to Cameron Stratton. Corey, I want you to go see how much you get qualified for with Ben Craighead, and then go see Cameron Stratton. He's going to become your real estate agent, okay?
I already got qualified.
Then go with Cameron Stratton.
I already bought a house.
Wow, that was a quick New Year's resolution. But I still got the twin bed.
No, they sound amazing. They sound amazing.
Your resolution. I bought a house, but I still got the twin bed.
Yeah,
My goal.
I couldn't take myself to get a new bed. The one that's in storage is a queen, but I didn't want to get it out, so I'm going to stay on this twin.
Also, Jackie Van Hoof. By the way, the almost pooped my pants story with DoorDash. I was in between orders, driving them back. But anytime I shop, I got a crap when I shop. I walk around. I don't know what it is. It's all that blood.
Shaking it loose.
It's all that blood circulation finally hitting my bowels. Like, whoa, what's blood? We can work again. And so anyway,
That's what you should do after you drink Blanton's. Just go DoorDash, walk around.
It's just a Blanton theme song.
but I thought
Just gets pulled over.
I dropped
Officer, I'm just out gay so I don't get tingly.
I'm just dashing and shitting, man.
Come on, bro. You know how it goes.
Do you have an apostrophe?
Blanton's. Dude, I think I haven't seen the apostrophe. I think it's like the trying to spell freaking Nintendo or whatever when we used to be back in the day with the Pepsi and Snickers, probably where the type 2 diabetes kicked off when I was trying to win those free, you have to spell it, whatever the letters are at the bottom of the can and all that. Anyway, I dropped one of the orders off, and it said 6 minutes to the next spot. And I'm like, I don't think I can last 2 minutes. And I barely made it home. I was sweating. I came in the house. I'm like, okay, last time I saw the toilet and I crapped my pants, so I'm not going to do that. So I just went into the bathroom, saw the toilet, and just focused, clenched, and was able to go to the bathroom. And then I went and delivered the last one. It was awesome. Craig, what's your shout out? Or shit out. I had a shit out there too, but what's your shout out?
My shout out is to 2026.
Wow, you're already
looking forward to
you're already looking ahead. Corey, shout out or shit out?
My shout outs to that independent driver who kept his composure and still got me home.
Dude, he's listening.
You're
right
a real
now.
one, and that extra tip you got, I hope, was enough to make up for it. And I'm sorry.
Did you give him a little bit extra?
Yeah.
And did you lay there? Did you go?
I made him take it out of my pocket.
Were you like
front jeans pocket?
Yeah. What tip are we talking about?
Your tip's down there.
It's a big one. Really small base.
You got an extra $100 out of that because that was bad.
Yeah. Did you did you also lay there and go? I got to do something for you. Were you RFK? But were you like laying there? I got to do something for you. I'm going to give you a shout out on the Full Monday Cast here. Give me your phone. Let me get you as a subscriber.
You know what's weird is the last thing I thought about was that. It's weird.
Is that true?
That's the last thing I always think about until I get a text message that says, "Hey, do you want to record?" And I'm like,
Actually, I didn't think about it until the hospital. Then I was like, oh, this is probably going to get on the podcast.
What did we talk about a million? By the way, my daughter got me a hat, a golf hat that says over par and under the influence, and I love it. And I think I'm going to add to the hat that says, and my legs are tingly. Craig sent me 45. Did we talk about this already? Where it was just one GIF after another.
that's because it was a dumb question you asked, I think.
Okay, good. All right, Jackson, send us questions. We want more. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. And thanks for saving Corey's life. Aloha.
Sayonara.
Hola.
I like how we started this with multiple languages and now we're finishing.